there. Welcome on your Woman Focus show, Total Woman, on AD4 TV Radio. My name is Mute Olori. Today, our focus is on the fashion industry. The fashion industry is no doubt one of the lucrative industries that have contributed immensely in employment and economic growth across globe. Today on Total Woman, we will be discussing with a young creative who is using her passion for peace. She's an icon model, an award, multiple award winner and fashion designer, Hope Chioma Offor. We all know her as Opez. Hello, gorgeous. Thank you for coming on the show.
Thank you for having me.
It looks so beautiful.
Sure.
You see, an epitome of what you preach. Tell me, when did all this start? How did you get here?
Everything starts in the mind and our vision. And bringing out your vision to creativity is something important. So it started with my mom. She's a teller, and I started learning from her. And thereafter, she'll be asking me, put this thread, do this, do that. And I'll follow her instruction. I tell myself I can't be someone that the mom knows how to cook very well and she can cook. And that is the stage one. So in my career, when it comes to fashion and modeling, I started as a model way back then when my parents would say, don't wear trousers. I would sneak out. So it was a fight, and finally I got my brand by shaving my hair. So far, so good. It has been an industry that has not been fully accepted in Africa, which we are the front head of this industry by promoting what we are deprived from and still ruling in it. So that is just how it started. Everything just started that way, and today I'm using that same platform to promote peace and unity in the society in Africa, because I can tell you my story. African Fashion for Peace came out in the hard way. It came out when I was the last bomb blast in EMAP. Anything that goes wrong, what I do, I don't complain. All I do is to look for solution. What can I do? That's my first question. When I survived that bomb blast, what I did was to ask myself one question. I said, why did I survive this? And what's in? And what can I do? So I got that point. That is where I heard this Africa Fashion for Peace. And anytime I ask people always ask, what is the connection between Africa fashion and peace? I say, if I break it down here for you, you'll be speechless. Don't go there. So that is it. So it's a platform we use for peace around the world, not just for Africa, but to bring people together in unity, advocate for something, promote something through that. And it's a fashion. When I say fashion, it's a high-class standard fashion show, awards event, and also a face event for yearly activities. And also use that to give back by reaching the people in the IDP and thereabouts, most especially the conflict zones, like the war zones and everything. We want to extend more to other African countries to visit where the whole thing is still hot on decks.
So how many years have you been in the fashion industry?
Let me say it for the fashion.
Or should I say the creative industry?
The creative fashion industry. When we talk about fashion industry, it's a big thing. One of my profile on fashion industry is that I'm a fashion producer, international model, an international designer, because I've done 2 shows in different countries Amsterdam and US, the New York Fashion Week 2017 and the rest. So I started my own clothing line where I have this vision of using African brand to promote out there, taking something out there to the world and bringing something from the world to Africa. What I'm trying to portray is bringing people together from around the world and taking African product to the world. So I started my own brand officially. When I say officially, not as if I've not been doing this for a long time, in 2016. And it was showcased on New York Fashion Week in 2017. Amsterdam and the other places, which the goal was so top, was like the target, the planning and the underground work has been for years.
For years.
When I say for years, like more than 15 years. So, but officially I came out. But as a brand model and international model, I've been in the industry for 15 years now.
That's a lot. And it's an industry that a lot of young girls are still fighting to break. But we'll come to talk about that.
Okay.
I know apart from fashion, you also run a magazine.
Yeah.
What is your magazine about?
Like I said, whatever I do, even on my wearing of clothes, it has to preach a message. And so whatever I'm doing that cannot pass out a message, it's not me. It can't be hopeless. So my magazine, it's a platform where I sat down in 2012 in an upper room. I was having this thought on how African magazine can surpass or can have a competition with the international brand out there. And I and my lawyer sat down and he said something. Hopers, you're doing a lot, but you don't put it out there. Why don't you start up a magazine? I said, not yet. He designed the first cover. He put in one or two things. Then I have my modeling academy where I train my models.
You also run an academy. This woman, you. Oh dear.
So those models so far has gone international as I'm talking to you right now. And some of them in the movie industry in Nigeria, no matter how struggling and everything is not working out the way it should work. No opportunity that way, that much. But those models, I train them in such a way to be a boss on their own, to be a leader in whatever they are doing. To never say never, even if they are in a dungeon. Never say, it's not working here, we can't make it work. You can make it work, you can start making it work. And so far, so good. Some of them don't even base in Nigeria anymore. And so that is just it.
So the magazine was born out of the need to showcase
Says there are talented.
Our talents, also to see what can be competitive with I know there's a lot of fashion magazines that a lot of people really want to. They spend a lot to buy, and they see other fashion industries, the New York Fashion Week, the Milan Fashion Week, and so many things happening. That's a very amazing
and the whole thing came to, when you have some stuff working out for you, it doesn't start then. 2012, but we just launched the first and media edition just last year.
Wow.
But that media edition, if you see the quality and everything done here in Nigeria and everything, and the content is not just a magazine, it's a record book, something you buy and keep. You don't stop looking at it. You keep looking at that magazine, you keep browsing it, go in and out and everything. We have a lot of people, they show that so many of the coverage on that show and everything was done by the product of the magazine.
Wow.
Which is the International Fashion Week, EFFP, called African Fashion for Peace, bringing designers from New York, from different places down to Nigeria. And it was amazing. So if you don't go out there and network, I tell you, it's not going to be like that too simple. People think that it's just, you just make a call and people, designers, you have to pay your dues. So.
Wow, and I see you're beginning to reap the efforts and the dues that you've paid, you know, for these years committing yourself to your design. Now, I noticed that your designs are quite unique.
Okay.
And
Thank
you create your designs yourself.
Yeah.
What is the inspiration behind your designs?
My inspiration of the design, so many things inspire me in life though. I could just look at someone now and I get inspired by one or two things. Nature, environment, Africa. What is my goal? That is what always inspires me. The fabric, the people around me. What do I want to put out there? I want to put out something that is wearable. Everybody can wear, but unique. Something different, something that has a statement out there. So I would say, one, I get my inspiration from above. The creative mind is in the mind. And I get my inspiration from my surrounding. What do I want to do? What do I want to project out there as African? Let's be the best that we have to be. That is where I get my inspirations a lot.
And it's really showing the things you do. So let's talk about the academy. How do you mentor? You do a lot of, I don't want to ask because you do a lot of mentorship for young people.
Talent.
And an event I attended recently, I saw that, you know, you groom these girls. You pick them from the community.
From villages. I could show you some of the video. I went down there. That day, I was called to come and do that. I was sick. I have all excuse. I was dying and not just sick, dying. That I know the remaining percent in me is just, I can't even tell the doctor, look at what is happening to me. They will say, I know the reigning sickness now. I was really dying. So I said, no, I have it as passion. Whatever I want to do with my last breath, I'll go get that thing done as far as I can still just manage to stand up. So I went to the first 4 communities, outskirts of Abuja. Look at those people who came for them to be picked. And if I look at the standards, let me say it, looking at the standard and everything, I won't get things done. But if you look at, you have this mind of humanitarian and charity, you want to like help people to grow. You don't mind where you find anybody. And I groom them. I just pick them, I put them on trial. Good, fine. Some people are walking left. I said, okay, no problem, we'll align you. So, and when you come to modeling, they have the specific, you have to be slim, you have to be that. Do you know that we started a campaign in Nigeria and we cut off all those, the age, no limit, the height, no limit, as far as you have the passion, the physique. It's not just the whole thing, but you just have the passion. Oh, this is what I want to do. I see myself, I love pictures, I know this is in me. But my height, my age, I said, just drop that and let's go. So after training those people, the second training, the platform I put them was the international platform, which is the AFFP, African Fashion for Peace. And that event where you attended was even the second platform. You can see all of them, how the performances and
you will never know.
Like. We would
you
never
will never
know. That
know.
they were from
And that brings me to mentorship that we're talking about. It's something that we do not find in our industry, even in our society anymore. People find it hard to mentor young people.
You know why? They want to be on top, and they want to sit on everybody to be on top. I want to open doors for people so that more doors can be opened for me. So there's no limit. Whatever you do, whenever you leave this world, lived after you. So that's what people should learn. Not when you're already there, before you start helping people. From where you are, how many people can you help? So that is it. That is it.
Reminds me of the adage that when you're growing up, make sure you take others along, because when you need to fall down, you'll find people holding you right there and strengthening you. All right, we've been speaking with my guest, Hopez, and we're looking at the fashion industry, modeling, and the arts and technology. I'll take a short break. When I come back, we'll now look at how technology can help our fashion industry to develop much more. Don't go away.
I can be all I ever dream of, oh yeah. I am a total woman, yeah. I am a total woman, oh. I am a total woman.
You're welcome back. It's the Total Woman on AD4 TV Radio. My name is Mute Olori, and we're talking fashion. My guest, she's an epitome of what she preaches. Her passion for Africa, her passion for modeling, her passion for our fashion, and interpreting Africa and packaging Africa to the world, and also bringing the world here and seeing how we can Africanize. It's so interesting. So, Hopez, what skills, according to you, are necessary for someone to be successful in this industry?
In the fashion industry, the skills you have to acquire for the fashion industry to excel in the fashion industry depends, because the fashion industry is a very broad one. It's not just a narrow skills. You have the modeling academy. You should go for that. And you have the fashion designers. Depends what you want to be doing. So you go for the fashion and designing academy to learn how to cut, sew, do everything you can do to learn that skills. So, and fashion promoter, we have skills for fashion promoter. You can learn that through online and also working in line with someone that is good at promoting of fashion. Because in everything we need sales at the end of the whole stuff. And fashion producer, like, it's just new in Nigeria, in Africa. They don't have this focus on fashion producer. They really have key producer, this, that. So you can also have the skills on that, go for a skill on that. And when it comes to fashion, it's just it's too big. You cannot just learn. Sometimes people are just on garment making, some shoe making, bag making, and the rest. Like me, I started with the bag making without announcing myself. Shoes, accessories, and the rest. So when I have to go back and do training, I came back and got my clothing line, which I start making my ready to wear and everything. So you just have to know where you start from. You cannot take everything to get at once. I started as a model, so you take the skills one after the other, because I can't name all it. Right now, I could be saying that I have like 10 learned certified skills. Fashion photographers too are in there. I just finished my skills on that too. Not quite long. Makeup is there. You can go for fashion makeup as a makeup artist, as in fashion, for you to be making up fashion runway models and when they want to do some shoot, because different makeup for different folks and for different purposes. So that is it. So all those skills are really important, but you take them one after the other.
Not forgetting to add fashion nails. As I see, so the industry is so huge. We've been limiting ourselves. There's so much you can do.
There are much. Even you can be like assistant fashion manager. You manage the event and everything. Once you have these things in place in one place, because that's what my academy is trying to do, like to bring the young minds, young people, train them in different angles so that we can all now come together and form something, and it will look unique, and it can compete with international bodies, which they will find they are too happy to even come in, not you going in for theirs. They will come in for you, and you go in for theirs too.
Now, if it's so huge, why are young people finding it difficult to come in, to settle, and to grow?
Because they don't understand. And the society is not making them understand all those things. They're hiding a lot of things from Africa because once we can all understand this, we put our heads together and the world, we all come back to Africa, which is not coming now. Because the few hands that understand what is going on are really doing a lot in the industry. But even if it's not seen out there, with time I bet you, from now to 5 years or 10 years,
Is anything limiting the Nigerian young girl
yeah.
from going into this industry?
Yeah, a lot of limitation though. A lot of limitation for those that are passionate enough. Some of them, it's not just the limitation because once we give them that same help hand, they mess it up. I have such experience. I said I have experience. I'm not talking about experience of 50%. I'm talking about 99% experience. Some of them, yes, they need assistance. Like one man squad, I always call myself one man squad, doing a lot of stuff. Not meaning that I don't have team or people that I work with or contract to do one or two things or train them to do one or two things. I do that, but impatience is a lot of problem in this outside of the country, and the financing is the major key. But passion, focus surpass all those things. If I keep waiting, nobody should help me. Even my own parents should not help me. They not pay for my fashion school or any of those things, or even help me for my traveling out, and or even the government helping me to go out for the New York and so many stuff. Some things you need to take the bull by the horn. You need to fight for it, whatever you believe. For work with our mindset, our mind, and also the major thing, that's just the mind. That's what I see. But finances is something important. And if you see the right people, you help where you can help. A lot of them will turn back on you. But have you done what God has sent to you? Because everybody is sent to the earth to affect life. Yes.
Okay, so let's look at industry, the technology and fashion. These days, especially at this period when the COVID happened, you know, the world became evolved from physical, from a lot to virtual. So how do we stay up to date? How do we marry technology to fashion in present time?
Technology has gone so wide, and very soon, like what the COVID brought on ground, it makes Africa now to open up their minds to technology, to make use of what they have on their hand. It's for business.
No pleasure anymore.
It's for business. You can do your business wherever you are, and also what you have to build is to build your confidence and build your trust. And people will order from any part of the world once you can build that trust. So technology is so important in what we do today. We don't have this. The smartphone does everything. The advert part of it, the learning part of it. Sometimes you will not even have to go to any school to learn anything, but you need a mentorship. You need people one-on-one to talk to do one or two things practical. Everything you need is on
Even runway and events are now online.
Online technology, even runways now, we can do some shows without anybody there. People will still like buy in their time and watch these things live wherever they are. So now the technology has really bring a lot of people together by these visual shows that are going on so far. So
before I let you go, what final word would you tell a young girl or a woman watching you right now?
I think I've said it all. But I think I've said it all, but in this case, I have to be straight. Every young woman out there has something God put in you, and we're so blessed in Africa. And I say Africa, not saying Nigeria. There's that. Africa is my pride. I'm not trying to be sentimental here or trying to play games and not mentioning Nigeria. I'm from Nigeria and I love Nigeria. I talk about Nigeria wherever I go. My advice out there is that be determined, work hard, pray, and all things will fall in place. In fashion industry, it's a big platform for every woman because there's nobody that is out there that don't wear clothes, that don't want to look good. People want to look good. Take the opportunity where you see it, grab it, run with it. In fact, fly with it.
Thank you very much, Lopez. So I'm going to take the opportunity to run and fly with it. But the most important thing, like she said, everybody wants to be beautiful. The fashion industry is huge. Let's take advantage of it. Gone are those days when we allow culture and tradition to limit us. There's so many areas that you can pursue in the fashion industry. You can be a photographer, you can be a makeup artist, you can be the manager, you can be a director. There's so many things. Do not allow perceptions to limit you. My name is Muti Olori. I'll be with you again next week. God bless you. Bye-bye.